Alright guys, in this video I want to show you how to make a confirmation box, and what this is going to do is it's going to demonstrate how you can have multiple windows communicate with one another. So in the last example I showed you guys how to create a simple alert box. You click this button, it opens up a new window and the user can close it, whatever. Now that's great for simple messages, but say that new window, that new pop-up was a settings window and maybe it changed something in the main program. Or maybe you gave the user a choice, or maybe like a confirmation, do you want to do that, yes or no? Well, whenever they perform that action on that pop-up, you need a way to return data back into your main program. So right now, again, what this did is it popped up a window, a completely new island separate from the main event. They did their thing and came back here, but there was no communication between the two. So let's go ahead and learn how to do that. So I'm going to make an entirely new class, and I'll just name it confirm box. And what this program is going to do is just, let me rearrange everything, is it's going to be just like an alert box, but I'll show you guys. But instead of just popping up a window and they can close it, it's going to give them two buttons. I'll say like are you sure you want to send naked pictures to your ex-girlfriend? And I'll have two buttons, yes and no. So they can click either one of those, and depending on which one they click, it's going to take that and return it back here into your main program. So I don't know, like you can do whatever you want with it. So that's what this is going to do. And of course the main shell of it is going to be really similar to alert box. So we'll just copy this for now and stick it right in confirm box. Of course it's giving us an error because this class is not named alert box, it's named confirm box. And alright, so now we can get rid of this, and the first thing I want to do in confirm box is just clean everything up. Get rid of these comments, and we're gonna have that label still, and this is, remember, the button to close it, so we don't need that anymore because that's not what this program is going to do. And also, alright, so we pretty much have, and make sure everything looks good. Alright, so right now this pop-up is just a blank window with a little bit of text in it. So the text will of course be your message, like, are you sure you want to do that? Maybe, I don't know, just whatever you want to ask the user. So again, what I'm going to do eventually is I'm going to make two buttons, and one of them is going to be yes and one of them is going to be no, or you can make them true or false, whatever. But we need a variable, a Boolean variable, to store that answer. So I'll just say actually I don't even need a comment, this is really easy. So static Boolean, I'll say answer. So we'll actually make that program and say, are you sure you want to send naked pictures to your girlfriend? Because I don't know, why not, it's funny. So we first need to create two buttons. Give myself a little bit more room. Alright, so the first button, we'll say that this is the yes button. So whenever they click this, we want it to return true. And the text for this would just be yes. And copy this because, you know, I don't have like 4 seconds to type the word button. And we'll call the second one no button, and the text on this will just be no. Might as well capitalize so this might look a little bit better. Alright, so we have two buttons. Now after this we need to add some functionality. So for the yes button, what we want to do is we want to set on action right here. Now remember, whenever you're using lambdas, if you just have one line of code like system out print, then what you can do is you can just stick it right here on one line, it'll work fine. However, if you ever have multiple lines of code that you can run, what you do there is you stick them in between curly braces. So essentially this is a really quick way of like making a method, and your method body, just like any other method, goes in between curly brackets or curly braces, whatever you want to call them. So what happens whenever the user clicks the yes button? Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to set the answer variable to yes. So answer, whoa, easy cursor. Set this equal to true, not yes, tomato, tomato. And after that, after they click the button, then all we're going to do is for the window, which is the pop-up window, we're going to close it. And we can just copy this and do the pretty much the same thing for the no button. So the no button is going to work really similar. So whenever they click the no button, of course the answer then is going to be false, but you close the window as well. Now of course we need to add the buttons to the layout. So yes button and no button, boom, good to go. Now one other thing we need to do is this. Right here we created a variable to store the answer. Right here we said whenever they clicked one of the buttons, then we're going to set the answer variable equal to either true or false depending on which button they clicked. Now after this display method, this is actually not going to return void. This is going to return a Boolean variable, this answer right here. And it's giving us error because it's saying, alright, when all of your little pop-up program is done running, you actually need to return that answer. So we're going to return answer, which at this point in time is going to be equal to true or false. So now, if we go in, what did I do? This is from the old tutorial. Alright. Now what we can do is we can call confirm box display, and we can just pass in title of window before, and we'll say, are you sure want to send naked pics? Alright, good enough. So remember, what this method does is it not only creates this pop-up box, but it also, whenever they close it, it gets their answer and it returns it to you. So instead, like before, whenever we just use a static method call, we actually need to take the results of this and we can store it in a variable. So now whatever this returns, we're going to store in the variable result. So you now have that data passed from one window to another, and from here you can do whatever you want with it. For this little demo, I'm just going to print it out. So system out, print line, result. So again, this is just going to print out on my little command line. So let me run this. Hopefully, if it works. Alright, so click me. It'll launch confirm box. Are you sure you want to send naked pics? Yes. Closes it, and check it out. It returns true. Same thing with false. When you click no, I'm going to hit no, and it outputs false. Do it again. Boom. Check it out. So that is how you communicate from one window to another. Again, if you just want a little, I don't know, like alert box, a little message you want to display, you're probably going to use a class like this. However, if you ever want to get input from the user and pass it along into your main program, you're going to want to use confirm box. So there you go. Pretty simple once you break everything down. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And by the way, if there's anything specific you want me to cover regarding JavaFX, then let me know and I'll make sure to make a tutorial on that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you later.